Did you see this? I'm sure you did. If you didn't get out early, hey, you missed it because we're already warming into the 40s. Marty Logan sent us this picture from Fort Supply, and look at that. Thick frost across portions of his chase truck and many of the vehicles across Oklahoma. We had a hard freeze, and in many locations, it was a killing freeze this morning, which means the end of the growing season, the end of the mosquitoes in these areas, also the end to all the growing season for the tender vegetation and for many of the insects and bugs alike. That was it for Sealing, El Reno, Camargo, Oldton, Marina, back to Fairview, Woodward, Alva, Buffalo. 24 degrees was the coldest temperature, and some of these areas in the northwest got below freezing for up to 6 hours. We got down to 25 in El Reno, 29 in Jones, 32 in Midwest City, 32 in Shawnee, 29 in Stillwater, 29 in Pawnee. We had temperatures in the 20s and the 30s across northern Oklahoma. Freeze warnings, frost advisories were in effect, and this is why it played out. We had many areas in central Oklahoma get the first freeze of the season. Coldest temperatures since mid-April. Now we're warming up. I want to show you the big view across the nation because we've got a few showers going on right now in the Carolinas, up in the Northeast. But what is coming, and the only other game in town, is going to be the rain coming onto the West Coast. Already winter storm warnings going effect for the northern portions of the Rockies. That's our next weather maker in Oklahoma and brings our next chance of rain. Now we've warmed so nicely. 46 on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. The wind chill still barely a factor. We're in the 30s, the 40s, even some upper 40s now, warming quickly. Mid 30s to the north, 50s down around the Red River, and we've got a northeast wind. That will change direction and come out of the south later. It'll be light. The current wind chill is a few degrees colder than the air temp, but not a major factor because our winds have stayed so calm this morning. By 2 o'clock, 61. By 3 o'clock, 62 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Today is going to be below average. Average high is 73. We're 10 degrees below average for your Wednesday afternoon, and we're watching the overnight temperatures closely because I believe we fall back down into the 30s in many areas. It'll be cold again tomorrow, to start anyway. Low 60s all across the metro. It looks good. The only thing we're lacking, of course, is rainfall. But what we're watching is that storm over the Pacific Northwest. And here's what's going to happen. The cold air, the Canadian air, erodes away. We start to slowly warm up. The weekend looks beautiful. We will have rain moving into the state, but it'll stay in the Panhandle for your Friday. Saturday, it's in the Panhandle. By the way, blowing snow, heavy snow. This will be a winter storm for the Rockies, for the Colorado Rockies, that is. Then the system comes across Oklahoma Sunday night into Monday, and we're watching it, but the rain with it's not looking all that great. It does weaken. It'll bring some rain chances, which we need, but it's not going to end the drought, with a few opportunities next week. And then the story really is the raging heat, not the heat dome, but the ridge of high pressure that comes back. No major heat dome, but we do have 80s coming back to the state. The 60s for highs will go away. We're watching for the rainfall. The Panhandle looks to get some great rains. Kansas looks to get some great rains out of this next system. Oklahoma City, maybe a 1/10 of an inch. Now tonight we fall back down into the 30s. Let me show you your 9-day, 37. There's a